Hello guys, welcome back to the channel again. So in this video, we will see that how to set up your VS Code for competitive programming. In this case, you can set up this same procedure for C, C++, Python, Ruby, and Java. So these 5 languages are supported in this method. So first of all, what you have to do, this thing that you have to come on the Chrome or Firefox, whichever you want. You have to install this extension which is known as competitive companion. You have to just click on here, add to extension, and add extension. So this will be installed here, and you can click here and spin it here. Now what this will do, this will download your test cases and it will present in VS Code in some given manner. Now next thing which you want to install is MinGW. Now this is step you have to do if you have two things. First, if you have C or you have C++. Now if you do not use these two things, for Java you have to install Java environment, and for Python you have to install Python environment, or for Ruby. So you this second step you have to do for two things if you want to code in C++ or C. Now if you want to code in Java, you will install Java environment. For Python you have to install Python environment, and for Ruby I don't know really because I do not use Ruby at all. That's why I do not use that. So if you want to download this MinGW, because we are talking about mainly C++ setup in this video. So what you will do, you will just paste this link which will be in description, and when you will paste, setup will be downloaded which is known as MinGW setup. So this will be start downloading in one moment. This will be downloaded here. So I'll save it. So after that, or if you have not installed VS Code, so you have to simply install it by clicking here. It is previously installed in my PC, that's why I'm not installing it. So after that, what you have to do, you have to start this MinGW setup. So I will start this MinGW setup. So this is the difficult part, most difficult part in this whole setup, that how to install this MinGW and how to install all its C++ packages or the C packages. So let's see that why it is not opening. We have not opened it properly, so we will open it. This is taking some time because my PC is not that much fast. So I've now started it. So let's click on install. You have to just click on continue, and this will install some of the things for you. This is just a MinGW installer. This is not downloading any your C++ files or any C files. So for that you have to install after some time. It is just unpacking that what all features MinGW can provide. So for that, this step is processing. So these 32 items will be now processing, and after that we have to install all of these items. So for that, after this process we have to do that thing. So that thing is the most complicated part in this whole video. And after that we have to add some extensions, so some path environment also, and after that we will install some, what we say, we have to install some extensions. Now till now you have installed this thing. Now what you will do, you will close this, you will open this installer. Now here 133 packages will be coming. So now what you have to do, you have to go to here, this GCC, you have to mark for installation, mark for installation, mark for installation, and mark for installation. So you have to mark these 4 files for G++. This is for C++ compiler. Now if you want C compiler, then you have to mark these 6 files. Okay, and some of them are previously it's necessary to install, so we have to install that files also. So for that you have to click on this installation, update catalog, review changes, apply. So now this step will take very much time. So till then what we will do, we will go to our VS Code and we will install some extensions. Now here many extensions are there. So first of all you have to install this extension which is known as C/C++ by Microsoft. So you have to this, you have to install this extension. So I have what do you say? I have installed it previously only. Now other extension which you want to install is Code Runner. Code Runner. So it is a very good software. What it will enable, I'll tell you afterwards. So this is also very good software. Sorry, very good extension. Now next thing what you want to add is competitive companion. Competitive companion. So click on install here, or this will be easily installed in your VS Code. So these two extensions are installed in your VS Code. Now this thing is installing. After that, we have to do one more step and it will be finished. Now, after you do these all things, you will see a icon here which is known as CTH Judge Results here. Now, what this will do, this whenever you will click on this plus icon here, it will create two files. First, it will create a C++ files, or whichever file you want, it will create that one, and then it will present some test cases here. I will show that how it will be presenting. Now, before that, let's see some of our settings of this extension. So what we will do, we will click here and we will go to setting extension. Now here some settings are coming. Now first of all, if this icon is not showing here, then you have to just click on here. So your icon will be shown here. Now next thing, you have to select the default programming language. If you do not want to select, you can select the none. And whenever you will click on that plus icon, it will ask that which file do you want to create. So in my case, I only code competitive using C++, so I will select that only. So this thing will be easily installed. Or sorry, this thing will be easily initialized as soon as you do that thing. Now you will cut it and you will click on here. So these all four were the previous competitive, means it was the previous round solution. So I'll minimize it. I'll go to the main GW, and now this is installed. So I'll close it. Now it will be doing some package installation or some processing. Done. Close. Now all the things are done other than the path extension. So what you will do, you will go to the path environment by simply searching path, and then you will click here environment variables, and you have to initialize this thing g++c/min/gw/bin, and you have to for that you have to what you have to do, you have to add a new, here you have to add g++ and wherever you have installed min/gw. In my case it is in C, so I'll go into the C min/gw bin, and I'll copy this extension. You have this thing, you have to specify that g++ and control V, and you have to click on the OK. In this case, I have added it before only, so you have to just click on that OK, and here also you have to click on OK. So after that, your your GCC compiler will be installed. So in this case, all the things of our requirements are over. Now let's see that it is working or not. So for that, here we have done it previously only. So now let me open one more folder. So what I'll do, so I'll prefer you this thing that you should create a competitive folder in which you have to first divide it into sub parts. Suppose you are coding in CodeChef also, CodeForces also, LeetCode also. So for that, in this case, let's go to CodeForces part. Now today one more competition is there, which is 694. So I'll click on this and we will go into this folder, and what we'll do, we'll open the VS Code here. Now what this will do, this will open your VS Code, empty VS Code in this whole setup. Now what we will do, we will go, suppose let's see this problem only. So we will go on this problem, we will click on this plus icon. Simply we will click on this plus icon, and then we will go to this extension, and it will be easily downloaded here. Now what it will create a C++ file, as I told you, and it will create some test cases, or the test cases which is given in the format. So these test cases are also created. Now let's see that how you can submit or how you can test it. So now let's first me first copy it. First let me copy my code, then we'll do that. Wait, let's paste it. And what you have to do, you have to click on run all, or if you want to run individual test cases, you can click here. If there are many test cases, suppose one more test cases there, then two test cases will be given separately. Now, if you want to create some more test cases, you can easily create. You do not have to worry about this time because this entirely depends upon your PC, that how much time it is taking in compiling and that all. So you do not need to worry about this thing. And this main thing of this is that it will also prevent you from going into infinite loop. So that is very good thing about this CPH judge. Now, if you want to create some more test cases, suppose one, and something like that, you can easily create an output and then you can run. Now, one more extension we have added, which is known as run code. So what this will do, this will create a plus icon, run icon here. You can click on here. Now, what this will do, this will run your this d dot underscore even dot underscore or underscore game dot cpp in your terminal. Now, if you want to run some test cases, suppose I want to run these test cases in terminal, so I can paste it. Sorry, I've installed. Sorry, I have made some issues. So now this after pasting, it is showing that first is Bob, second is visualize, and third is this. Now here I have pasted some wrong things also. That's why it is showing some errors. I have pasted here something. That's why. And this will show you errors also. Suppose if I will not write handle here, and I run this code, then it will show that you have not initialized handle here, and is not any statement in this case. So now you have to go on here. You have to run on all. So now this will run, and it will be passed. Now this is all about my competitive setup. Now this is all about C++ only, and for C also the same procedure is there, but for C you have to install some more packages from here, more compilers from here. You have to click on here, market installation, and you have to go on to installation, update catalog. I change here. I have told you before also. So this is the thing what you have to do for C and C++. Now for Python, you have to install pip, and you have to initialize that thing, and you have to initialize Python also. Now second, for Java, you have to initialize Java environment, and you have to add path environment of Java also. If you want those two languages to be discussed in another video, you please tell me in the comments. I'll make another video for that.